Hello, boys and girls. Guess what time it is? It's Eureka time. And today we are starting Module 6, boys and girls. Can you believe it? Our last module for math of the year. So exciting. And I can't wait to learn more with you all. Ready? So today we're going to do lesson 1. Our goal is to get a 90% or higher on our end of module. Today's date is April 8th, 2021. And our objective says, I can solve comparison word problems. So if you remember, we touched back on module 2 and 4, word problems where we compare. And when we compare, we subtract. What do we do when we compare? Get ready. Yes, these are our key points. What? Well, we need to know what tape diagram is, right? Because we started practicing tape diagrams in module 4, and now we need to learn how to draw them and apply them in our word problems, which here we have one, and it's just like a number form where we have part, and our whole number at the top. Then we have our number sentence. Our number sentence here, it would be a sentence with numbers. For example, this one, 6 plus 7 equals 13. It has two parts and a whole. And we also need to know what statement is, because when we write a statement in our word problem, we just need to write a complete sentence using words, right? Answering the question that the problem is asking. And we also need to make sure that we keep in mind our number bond, because this helps us know if we're missing a part, if we're missing a whole, and it also helps us know what numbers to put in our tape diagram. How are we going to be successful? 3 easy steps. First, we're going to read the word problem. Then we're going to draw and label the tape diagram. And finally, we're just going to write our number sentence and statement to complete it. Are you ready to practice? Okay, make sure you have your whiteboard or paper ready so that you can practice along. Sitting tall. Awesome. So before your markers and your pencils are parked, listen to Ms. Gomez read the problem. It says, Rose wrote 8 letters. How many letters? Get ready. Yes, 8. Nickel wrote 12 letters. How many letters? Get ready. Yes, 12. How many more letters did Nickel write than Rose? Ooh, I hear a keyword. And our keyword here is how many more. How many more means we're going to compare. And if we compare, we subtract. What do we do when we compare? Get ready. Yes, we subtract, because that is our big keyword. So we're going to compare the number of letters that Rose wrote and the number of letters that Nickel wrote. So before you start practicing along with me, let's listen. So I have these cubes right here. I'm going to go ahead and change my color. These are the ones that Rose wrote, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And these are the ones that Nickel wrote. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So now in your paper, you're going to go ahead and draw 8 circles and then box them. Just like I'm going to box my 8 blue cubes. Go ahead and draw them, box them, and label them with an R, because those are the letters that Rose wrote. So how many letters did she write? Get ready. Yes, 8. Now, how many letters did Nickel write? Get ready. Yes, 12. So draw 12 circles, box them, and label with an N for Nickel. So will his tape, which is this, because we're drawing a double tape diagram, we have one for Rose and one for Nickel. Will his tape be longer or shorter than Rose's? Will Nickel's tape be longer or shorter? Get ready. Yes, longer, because he wrote more letters, right? Very good. So for Nickel, since he's the one who wrote more, we're going to write our total down here since it doesn't fit at the top. This is our whole number. Make sure on your paper you do this. Go ahead and press pause and press play when you have this done. Awesome. So this is what you should have on your paper. So the question says, how many more letters did Nickel write than rows. So this tape represents 8. So this much of Nichols tape is also 8. What we're going to do is we're going to count 8 for Nichols. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we're going to draw a line right there. Go ahead and draw a line in your paper so that you can have 2 parts in Nichols tape diagram. And we cut it at 8 because rows also had 8. So this part of Nichols tape represents how many more letters he wrote. This part right here represents how many more letters he wrote than rows. So the total number of letters Nichols wrote is 12 letters. This is the part of Nichols letters that are the same number as Rose's letters, 8 and 8. Right here, I'm going to go ahead and write an 8 on top of the cubes. You can write an 8 on wherever you have space. And here we're going to label it with 8 too. And this part is how many more. So if you see, we are missing a part. So what subtraction sentence can we write to show how many more letters Nichols wrote than Rose? Well, we start with our whole number when we subtract. So go ahead and write 12 minus 8, because that's the part that we know. And what is 12 minus 8, boys and girls? Let's count. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. So what's 12 minus 8? Get ready. Yes, 4. Go ahead and write 12 minus 8 equals 4. So this is the number of letters that Nichols wrote. He wrote 4 more letters than Rose. And this is how we drew a double tape diagram. First, we drew Rose's letters. Then we drew Nichols' letters, which his tape diagram was longer because he wrote more. And then we boxed them. And we made a line on the longer tape to make sure that both tapes showed the same part. And then the part that was left over was the how many more part. And we wrote a subtraction number sentence to find our missing part or a missing answer. Finally, we just have to write a statement. So how can we answer this question? Listen to Ms. Gomez read it. How many more letters did Nichols wrote than Rose? Well, we can write Nichols, excuse the handwriting, wrote how many more, boys and girls? Get ready. 4. Very good. So Nichols wrote 4 more letters. And that's how we solve today's objective, right? So we solved a comparison word problem by drawing a tape diagram, writing a number sentence, and a statement. Remember, you have to have all these 3 things to get full credit. And remember, when we compare, we subtract. See you in today's live session. Bye, everyone.